Hello friends, in this video lecture we are going to discuss the introduction to the power system stability. So let us begin. In this lecture we are going to start the discussion on the fourth unit, that is power system stability. This is a very important study related to the power system operation. So today we are going to discuss the introduction to the power system stability. We will try to understand the things related to the power system stability, or moreover let us try to learn what is power system stability. So friends, we know that the developed societies these days, they require, or it needs, ever increasing supply of electrical power. We know that every year load increases. If you compare the load requirement with previous year, you will find that every year the load requirement is increases. Now in order to supply this increased load, what we are doing is we have to add more generation facility, and with that what we have done is we have constructed complex power system. Okay, to add the new generation facility, we have constructed a very complex power system. Now if we see that the trends in the power system is that we are going for the interconnections, or I can say we are going for the interconnected system. Why it is so? Why we are going for the interconnected system? Let's say this is the one system and this is another system. Both, if we give an interconnection between them, suppose this is India and let's say this is US. Okay, if we form an interconnection between them, these days it is possible. Okay, earlier it was just the dream, but these days we have such technology that we can make an interconnection between India and US. You see, when there is a day in the India, at that time there will be night in the US. So if we put an interconnection, or if we make an interconnection between these two systems, what we can do is, definitely we know that if it is night here, it will be day on that here. Okay, so in the night time definitely supply will be less, and in the daytime supply will be more. So we can exchange the power through this interconnection as and when required. Opposite, let's say there is a day in the India, there will be night in the US. So at that time what we can do is we can exchange the power from US to India. These interconnections are possible these days. Okay, so what we are doing is we are interconnecting the transmission lines, we are interconnecting the generators. Okay, by that way we are going towards this interconnected system, and this interconnected system is becoming a very vast system. Okay, it is resulting into a very vast system. Okay, it has spanned up to a continent as well. Okay, in some areas it has the interconnected system has a span almost equal to the size of the continent. Okay, so now you see that such a vast enterprise of supplying electrical energy present many engineering problems. Okay, it puts a variety of challenges, it put forward a variety of challenges. Definitely, if the system is very vast, then the challenges will have varieties, is it not? Again, such a vast system, the planning, construction, and operation of such vast system is also becomes a very complex, will be a very complex process. Okay, so the entire design of such vast enterprise must be predicted on automation control. Okay, and it should not be done with the slow response of the human control. Again, you see, the successful operation of the power system, it depends largely on the ability of the system to provide reliable and uninterrupted supply or uninterrupted service to the load. What it means? It means that whatever supply we are providing to the load, it must be, the load must be fed with constant voltage and frequency. Okay, at all the times. Moreover, or in practical terms, I can say that the power system, for its satisfactory operation or for its successful operation, the voltage and the frequency, both of them must be kept within close tolerance. Okay, so that the equipments of the consumer will operate satisfactorily. Okay, again, this one, the stability problem is concerned with the behavior of the synchronous machine after they have been perturbed. Okay, this perturbed is nothing but a small disturbance. Okay, see, if this perturbation, if it does not involve in any net change in the power, say if this perturbation, if it does not involve in any net change in power, okay, then what we can expect, say because of the disturbance, see the synchronous machine, either it can be operated as a generation mode or it can be operated in the motoring mode. Okay, moreover, sometime we use that synchronous machine as a source of the reactive power. Okay, so you see that most of the cases, the synchronous machine, they have been operated as a generator only. Okay, now suppose if there is a small disturbance comes in the system, if that small disturbance, if it does not involve in any net change in the power, okay, let's say that there is no change in the output power of the generator, then what we can say that the synchronous machine, uh, it will it get back to, or it comes back to its original state. Okay, the machine returns to the original state. Okay, now suppose if the unbalance between the load and the generation is created, suppose there comes an unbalance because of this perturbation, okay, because of that small disturbance, if we are having the unbalance between load and generation, it may be either because of change in demand or change in load, or we can say change in generation. Okay, or else we can say that it might be either because of the change in the network condition. Okay, if it is the condition arising because of that, any of the change, either because of the change in the demand or load, change in the generation, or change in the network condition, then a new operating state is necessary. Okay, what it means, we need to have a new operating state, so that the system should remain in stable condition. Okay, otherwise, if we don't give that new operating state, and if that unbalance between the load and generation, if it continues in the system, then system will become unstable, because in that case our load will suffer. Okay, again, moreover, this synchronous machine, if we are talking if I talk in terms of the stability in an interconnected system, all these synchronous machines must maintain the synchronism. Okay, they must maintain, or they must remain in the synchronism. Okay, if the system has to be stable, okay, all these synchronous machines should maintain synchronism, okay, in the system. If the system is to be stable, it means that all the time these synchronous machines should operate in parallel. Okay, we know that the parallel operation of the synchronous machine is only possible when there is a synchronism between them. Again, you see that during the transient period, okay, because of those perturbation, definitely some transient will come. If in that transient period, definitely some oscillatory response will come, okay, in the power system. And if suppose if that oscillatory response which is coming in the transient period, if it is damped in the power system within a finite period of the time, then we can say that the system is stable. If it is not damped, then we cannot say that the system is stable. Okay, so as I said that if that oscillatory response of the power system during the transient period, if it is damped within some finite period of the time, then we can say that the system is stable. Okay, so we understood when to call the system is stable. Okay, what about the unstable system? If the system is not stable, then we can consider that system to be an unstable system. Moreover, a definition for the power system stability is been given here. Okay, we can define the power system stability as: the power system stability is the ability of electrical power system for the given initial operating condition, for the given, this is important, initial operating condition, to regain the state of operation, to regain the state of operating equilibrium after being subjected to the disturbances. Okay, if suppose if your power system, if it is able to regain the operating equilibrium after being subjected to the disturbances, then we can say that the power system is stable. If it is not able to regain that operating equilibrium, then we cannot say that the power system is stable one. Thank you very much.